Hello and welcome to Beat 'em Up Wrestling. Wrestlemania that was too big for one night only. It could have been done in one night.
With the theatrics and everything.
Yeah,
Because of everything that's been going on, they decided 2 nights, and I think it worked for them because they were able to sometimes edit good, sometimes not edit too good, but they got creative, which we'll talk about. But
there was good stuff.
There was some good stuff.
And there was a lot of throwaway stuff.
Like I said, there's a lot of people that were there's a lot of everybody knows AEW, WWE, but in the middle it comes down to one thing that I said is that the people who are just genuinely have good personalities and they have good sportsmanship and they're athletes, this was going to be the time that they shined. And you can definitely tell the ones that don't need the crowd and are elevated with their crowd, of course, but they still put on a damn good show. So we'll start off.
We're gonna do. It's gonna be a quick review, and then we're gonna talk about our favorite stuff. And our least favorite.
So we're gonna go through. Sorry if we're cutting some of it short, but we're gonna go through some of the matches that were just kind of too quick, kind of fillers, and we're gonna. So the first night, the pre-show, Cesaro and Drew Gulak. Cesaro wins.
Yeah, it was
quick match.
It was good.
It's set up for a little tit for tat coming back up with Daniel Bryan's match, but it was a good match. They're two good athletes.
Cesaro deserves way more than what he's
deserves
getting.
a lot better. But that's like a whole video in itself.
I mean, but putting him against Drew Gulak is good because they're both pretty good powerhouse people.
And I'm appreciating that how Drew's kind of been with Daniel Bryan. That kind of storyline's actually been pretty cool. So that happened. Very quick match again, and then we have Alexis Bliss and Nikki Cross start off with the Kabuki Warriors, and I mean,
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it. I thought there was I know girls are gonna scream and they're gonna grunt a lot. It was over the top. There was some bad editing when Kyrie was doing moves too. Nikki Cross was just I don't know if she didn't.
Her stuff works better with the crowd.
Yeah.
It just felt weird without a crowd. I knew the Kabuki Warriors were gonna lose because they've had the belts for 6 months.
Yeah.
But they could have built another tag team up like Fire and Desire.
It just feels like they kept going back and forth, and now that's no more.
Yeah,
they could have.
So now Alexa and Nikki grab the belts again
because there really is no tag teams anymore.
So I just felt like
besides Bayley and Sasha, that was the only other one they had, but that might not go that far either anymore.
Alexa's already an established person in the women's division. This could have been used to build up maybe an NXT women's tag team or something.
They could have brought somebody else brand new to challenge the Kabuki Warriors, especially since they came from NXT and there's that history there.
Yep.
Especially when you bring over something like Rhea Ripley. So it was there. The opportunity could have presented itself.
NXT has a lot of women that really don't have much to do.
Yeah.
That's meaningful. So putting that tag team belt that has fallen so flat on the main roster in NXT, I think would have done a lot more than what's going to happen with it, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and there's really no standout moments that Nikki and Alexa have. They both wrestle well. Mm-hmm. Alexa, even her Twisted Bliss sometimes comes off the mark. That's not what it used to be.
Like the one that she hit Kyrie on the knees. And we're supposed to believe that, but that's nitpicking. But I mean, it's not live, so they could have reshot it.
Yeah, they don't have do they have a move that's named after something that they do? There's nothing they build them up so much as friends, but there's no tag team signature move. There's no some sort of back and forth. I'm not saying they're supposed to be like the Young Bucks or even the Usos where they have this this clear line of communication. They could have done
something, call it the Crossing Bliss or something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But since it's been pre-recorded, I don't know. I just wanted something a little bit more out of them because Kyrie and Asuka, there's a language barrier between them and Nikki and Alexa, but they have something together. Well, there's a talent between the two of them.
This is probably because Kyrie's leaving. She wants to be with her husband Kenta.
Yeah, and Stardom, which we all kind of agree with.
Asuka has shown so many times that no matter how much they don't put any faith in her charisma shines through when the crowd is always with her.
People love her little dances on the internet, but anyways,
maybe she could be the one to take the belt from well, I won't say who, but one of the women's champion, but because we'll get to that match.
So then we get into a quick squash match. Elias defeats King Corbin. I don't even.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I haven't been following it. You don't need to follow it that much. I've been hearing a little bit here and there. I'll go back.
This is just another SmackDown match that they could have had.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I like Elias's character. When he does wrestle well. I'm not too big of a Baron Corbin fan. He doesn't really like give me anything to hold on to. Yeah, I guess he's a great heel. People like to say if you hate a guy, he's a good heel. No, I just don't think any of his characters ever land. Any of his real, tit for tats land.
I think he was landing before the Roman Reigns thing. Then after that, it just became really corny, and now he's stuck on this corny.
Oh, when
side.
he was a general manager, he was a commissioner or something.
When he was doing that whole
he was pretty good.
with Kurt Angle. That whole storyline that he had was decent, and then we go into another weird squash match.
It was weird. The Becky Lynch
a squash match,
and Shayna Baszler. It was quick. It was like 8-10 minutes.
Yeah, so you make Shayna this dominant person in Elimination Chamber, and she gets
make her destroy people. I mean, the girl can destroy people. Like let's just take the wrestler out of everybody. She can still destroy people. Yeah. Like she's a believable threat, and the way she was pinned.
Yeah,
like
this is classic WWE. You have a superstar in Becky. Becky was huge after last year's WrestleMania. And they've slowly just chipped away at everything that made her good. This could have been a chance to reset her and put her back on the chase. Yeah. Because that's when she was shining last year.
Yeah.
But instead, we have her like she's kind of like starting to fall a little flat with the man thing too. Like,
and my thing is like, okay, Becky could have retained. It could have retained, maybe because you don't want it to be the match without the crowd there. And sometimes you know what, the crowd deserves it. I mean, we'll get into night 2. And there's some things that I believe the crowd should be there.
The truth is that McMahon, there's rumors that McMahon's not high on Shayna. So why would you do the Elimination Chamber thing with her?
Yeah, why would you build her up? And my thing is the move. Becky could have won by a move that took Shayna off guard, and Becky should have scrambled to get out of the ring. Like she knew she barely won it, and that would have been more believable. But to have Shayna to look like what happened, and then Becky's just up. It's getting a little old, and it's like okay, so then I guess nobody's gonna defeat her because there's nobody there.
After she came back at Becky with like I'm gonna kill you, she bit her and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you just have this 8-minute.
Yeah.
Throwaway. It was a throwaway match.
It was, and I wanted more for Shayna because the matches she put on with like EO and Kyrie,
because you could have made
was so good.
A 10 to 15 minute match, grueling match where Becky has to overcome Shayna. She ends up knocking out Shayna or something, and make Becky again a big baby face that overcame a monster. But instead, you got this
make her look real messed up.
Yeah, that ending didn't help either of them.
That wasn't even like a whole like DDP yoga set. Like she didn't even sweat that much.
No, like it was just
like it wasn't that hard, and it should have been because Shayna's a threat.
Yeah, and if you wanted to build Becky up again, if she takes out a dominant beast like this what seems to be an unstoppable force in a grueling match, then it would have been like holy shit, Becky's a badass. But,
last comment: if you're gonna make somebody that cage fights that knows how to get at holds lose by a hold, don't make it that one. It wasn't believable. Like, I get it. It's all storylines. It's all rewritten. But make it good. Make it really good that she's going to, she's going to flip over. It
wasn't live, so you guys could have done
it. It made me so mad because I don't mind if Shayna loses. That's the point. Like, I don't care. It's just that she deserved to lose better. Yeah. Make her lose better. Make her look good. Anyways, on to Sami Zayn against Daniel Bryan. I love Sami Zayn.
2 great wrestlers, and you make them waste.
Yeah, it was all over the place. We had Drew getting involved. We had Shinsuke and Cesaro getting involved. Some parts Sammy's running for his life.
They didn't even wrestle. Really.
And then all I could think about while Sammy was running around like an idiot, looking like some like British comic or whatever, is the amazing match that him and Shinsuke had in NXT. And what was
what him and Kevin Owens had in ROH. That whole battle that they had in ROH.
There's so much more in all 5 of these wrestlers, and this is what happens. But
you don't even give us a wrestling match.
No, so Sammy wins thanks to the help of everybody.
Yeah.
In attendance.
Because Daniel Bryan got distracted. Because every babyface in WWE gets written as an idiot that gets distracted in a match where they're supposed to win a belt.
Yeah. Then we get on to the tag team match that wasn't a tag team match because Miz was sick for undisclosed whatever reasons. Yeah. So it became a three-way still tag team because Morrison says he could defend it by himself. So it was Jimmy Uso, Kofi Kingston, and John Morrison.
Like, they could have had the other ones have their tag teams, and John Morrison could have came out to defend it by himself.
He could have. I think that was. But you know what though? Like, I've been giving him a lot of crap. Morrison. We haven't been recording the Raws and stuff like that, but I've been giving him a lot of crap. But he did a lot of great spots in here.
This is the Johnny Impact that people want.
Yeah, he was good. The ending, like, I felt like the editing was a little mishapped a little bit when he fell with the belt. Maybe I just need to look over it again, but I felt like he didn't have the belt. I could be wrong, but they said he had the belt. Maybe that's them trying to cover up the mistake. But I mean, he put his body on the line a lot, and I felt like he kind of carried the match at some points.
And compared to the other matches we had before that, at least this match started getting you back into the groove of it being a WrestleMania, because it actually felt like stuff was on the line, and there was wrestlers putting it all in.
Yeah, and it kind of leads you into this good momentum, the good feelings, leads you into the Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins match, which was great.
Yeah.
Once again, it goes back to what I said. You sometimes don't need an audience, because these guys talking crap to each other in a very quiet arena was amazing. And Kevin Owens did some amazing crap. The fact that
it showed why Seth Rollins was one time a fan favorite, because he still has it in him. What ruined him was the whole storyline they had with Becky and being the man's man.
Yeah.
And then his whole Twitter thing that he started going at fans about. But at this moment, leave all that behind.
The Messiah actually is a good thing.
He showed why he was a favorite. He's a really good wrestler. Him and Owens put it all. And they had, I believe, the best match of night one.
Yeah, I want to go out and say, definitely, because, I mean, like, the fact that he won by DQ, because I think it was the bell, and then Kevin was like, nah, start the match, no disqualification, and then man, Kevin Owens hitting that spot though, it was great. I enjoyed it. It got me reinvested. It felt like WrestleMania. They actually made it feel, and it made you excited for night two.
Yeah.
Because that was what I wanted. And not to say the other wrestlers didn't come out and show their best. Like I said, Morrison was good too. But I mean, Kevin Owens and Seth, like, they don't need anybody else in the ring.
But compared to what we had seen before this actually felt like a pay-per-view match, and not something you could tune in on Raw, something that you could tune in on SmackDown. This felt great. And it led us to a 2-minute match
with Goldberg. Everybody knew he wasn't going to pick up Braun, right? Everybody knew that was clear. So we all knew who was going to lose, right? So there wasn't any, I mean, he was the default because Roman wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to have him win so quickly just goes to show you that I doubt he has a title until summer. He'll probably lose it at SummerSlam. If they do SummerSlam or whatever happens.
They're doing Money in the Bank. They already announced it.
Yeah, they announced it. So, if they're doing the way of AEW and recording stuff now, but whatever, Braun won. Some people are happy. We're not. We're indies. We love
Braun
indies.
had just talked so much shit on Twitter.
We like indies.
He gets rewarded. I guess if you want to get far in WWE, just talk shit about indies.
Yeah, which is a horrible thing to do. A lot of people were not supportive.
And he wasn't even just talking about shit about indies. He was talking shit about the independent wrestlers
just people, people in itself. Like, you should basically don't be poor. And it's like, you know what?
If you guys don't know what happened, go look it up on Twitter.
Yeah, go look it up. It blew up, and he went through a day where he blocked
everybody. He never apologized for it.
500,000 people.
Yeah, he never apologized for it.
It was a lot of people. He got blocked that day. So then we get into very interesting, which should have been called Buried Alive match.
That's what Undertaker's known for, a Buried Alive match, not a Boneyard match.
But the Boneyard match, but you know what?
It was a good match.
It was entertaining.
I mean, it's not really a match. It was a theatrical
presentation. But it was the best thing the Undertaker's done in a while, because it was able to let him freely do something that he wouldn't have been able to do in the ring.
And not make him look so vulnerable like he looks in the ring.
Yeah.
So this
and AJ Styles.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
AJ Styles knows how to take the bumps and stuff, because man, that guy was getting thrown on some hard ground. He was bleeding. He was all dirty. I mean, that guy was literally selling the hell out of it. And I love AJ for that.
Yeah. AJ's amazing. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. He's a legend.
What I didn't like is that Matt Hardy has better videography skills than the production crew.
Yeah,
There's parts where you can't see them and it's out of focus and it just makes it like a Blair Witchy type thing. And I didn't want that. I wanted to keep watching it. And when it did that, it made me mad because I was interested and I was invested into this.
WWE has a production studio.
It didn't look, there's a part where like the Undertaker's walking and you hear him talking, but there's like a branch and a leaf in his face, and I'm just like, come on.
Yeah, like there was some.
That's me being picky.
Bad editing, but the story that was told was good.
Yes, it was, and it made you feel happy at the end of the night. It was like you know. So then he had like you know the.
Oh, I hated that neon sign. The neon taker sign.
No, not neon taker. He had the shredder AJ Styles.
Yeah. No, okay, that was I like the
Terminator, like the thumb up.
No, I like the hand of AJ, like showing that he's still alive and he's coming.
He's such a good wrestler.
Yeah, this was really good. Like I said, at least this made me feel like okay, WrestleMania again, because Undertaker is WrestleMania, and it made him look like a badass, like an American badass, if I dare say.
Ooh. You dare say that? Ooh. All right, so that wrapped up night 1. Night 2 started off with Natalya and Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I miss old Liv. I like her gear. She's getting better as a wrestler. At least she gets to showcase that part of herself now. Man, I'm just tired of Natty getting the short end. But at the same time, I don't know where she fits into everything else.
Yeah, this was just...
Maybe Natalya could have took the spot of Tamina. I don't know, because Tamina... We'll get into that.
Yep.
But, yeah, so, Morgan, Liv, she defeats Natalya, whatever. Right. Very quick match.
We can move on from that match.
This match
was awesome, yeah.
Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. Yes, I don't like the outcome that much because I love Ripley. Charlotte does take the win, does take the title.
Charlotte shows why she's queen.
Holy hell. I mean, you can't be mad that, I mean, you can be because Charlotte basically has beaten every record. But damn, the girl's an athlete. Yeah. Like, she's a legitimate pro wrestler. And she's not just an entertainer. That girl is amazing because Rhea is so young and Charlotte was not slowing down. She took a lot of hits. She made Rhea look really good. I mean, this rematch that will come back and get them is going to be another highlighted match. I love these two. This was like probably my favorite match. Mm-hmm. Like this was one of my favorite women's match in a long time. Yeah,
this match was good. It's sad for Shayna again because Shayna was known as the only two-time NXT champion. But now Charlotte is a 2-time NXT champion. This match was amazing though. Yeah, Charlotte shows why she's the queen. Rhea Ripley shows that she's going to be a superstar. I don't see this rivalry ending after this. I see it. I see it continuing in NXT, which is good because NXT needs ratings, and Charlotte will bring the ratings.
And it's going to have fresh, and then like it's going to have the fresh. You have Belair still there. You have Io still there.
Well, it looks like Belair might be coming up.
I don't know, but like still though, like you still have the opportunity to give Flair these new fresh opportunities, and it does not only just elevate the other wrestler if they lose. But Flair knows how to make them look good.
So I think Flair will automatic. I mean, the NXT women's roster and the matches that they have down there are amazing.
Yeah.
And now you add Flair, so that's going to take it. Like, there's no other than Stardom. I don't see any other organization with as strong of a women roster as NXT.
Yeah, because AEW is not there yet. No. They're trying to.
Raw,
they're working
SmackDown don't have the roster.
No, but like
if you want to watch women's wrestling, NXT is probably what you're gonna be watching now.
But tonight, Ripley and Flair, they showcase that they're not to be messed with. They still own the women's division. Those girls, those ladies out there threw it down. And I enjoyed the hell out of that match. That match really set the tone. And then it kind of crashes real quick because we get the next match. But
this is a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster, but you know what though? They opened the night and it felt like WrestleMania once again. It had the Kevin Owens set feelings. They're so good.
Charlotte Flair is a superstar.
Sorry, I get hyped up. I really like that match.
There has to be some word higher than superstar because Charlotte Flair is higher than.
Yeah, she's her daddy. She really is. She's like the female Ric Flair. She's going to be remembered.
Just put her in your card and you're gonna have a good match.
Yeah, if you have a deck of a game that you have and you get the Charlotte Flair, it's like you have an automatic win. It's like another life. Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, if I was gonna set up a women's division, Charlotte Flair, Asuka would be like,
Yeah.
you could build
But
a
like
division with them.
if wrestling ended tomorrow, she's going to be the queen for a reason.
Yeah.
You're gonna remember her because she is not only a personality, she can cut promos. She really is. She took everything her dad did and then made it her own.
Yeah.
So like whatever, moving on because that girl was amazing.
But we don't really have to talk too much about this one. Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley.
Aleister won.
Black Mass. Yeah.
So his intro and the amount of black that this boy had looking like Hot Topic. Yeah. I love Aleister Black. I want him to do more. I want him. He needs better. He needs better. Yeah. I really like Aleister Black. He's so damn deadly. But yeah, it was a pretty match. Oh god. Then we get into the Otis, whatever. I guess we're the we're like the 10% who don't care about this, but it's Otis wins.
And he wins Mandy because apparently she is a trophy, and so Otis
apparently she doesn't have like committed feelings to anybody because she just got passed around.
Yeah. So she just goes with whoever wins. She's just a trophy. She's like the championship belt for these two guys. This is just classic 1990s WWE. Otis clearly is what many wrestling fans and Twitter reflect themselves as being Otis, hoping to get a Mandy. So when he kissed her, they felt like they were kissing her.
Everybody popped for it.
Yeah. So Otis wins.
Fire and Desire breaks up because you've seen that the betrayal they had with Dolph and everything else. She
found out that they were plotting to keep Otis away from her. Yeah, it happened on
Friday or something like that. But whatever. Yeah. It was a match. Everybody likes it probably.
A lot of people liked it because
it wasn't really like a wrestling match. It was like it felt like a Raw or a SmackDown match. It just felt like a match you would see on television. Like that's a WrestleMania moment. The guy gets the girl. Like I don't know. Once again, I don't know. Maybe because we're spoiled with AEW with like Revolution, and when we go to it's like
or New Japan Pro Wrestling
or New Japan,
or
like
anything
that just has wrestling. Do we need the drama? I forgot. It's WWE / it should be like under soap operas. Yeah. Because
I just for me it's just Mandy is a good wrestler.
She is, and so is Sonya.
So you shouldn't just use her as a prop.
Yeah,
and that's what she came down to in this whole little storyline. She's just a prop.
But you know what?
Same thing with.
I have to agree with some people on Twitter. It was the most genuine relationship they've portrayed on WWE. There wasn't over sex appeal. There wasn't like this really weird back and forth catty thing. Even though it was a little catty, it was actually more like they were trying to fight like in high school for the girl. So I felt it was better than like the Lana storyline or things that you've seen in the past.
I felt like it was just like the Lana story.
No, I felt it wasn't as exploitive. Oh. I felt like it wasn't as.
Well, because they haven't had they've had weird stuff.
No, they had like a dinner
during Valentine's Day. Her and Dolph had some weird stuff on Twitter too. Like no.
Oh yeah, it was a little weird, but it was on Twitter. It wasn't on actual TV.
It's still.
Anyways,
weird.
Let's get back to the next match, which is the last man standing match. Edge, Rated R Superstar, and Randy Orton. Why was it so long?
This was a good.
It was so hard to watch after a while. The Edge like Spider-Manning on like the part of the ceiling inside the conference room that had gates. It had a gated ceiling.
Like I know a lot of people are complaining about the length of this match, but for me.
Oh no, I was just scared he was gonna get hurt. Like I know it was edited and he was fine, but it was hard to watch.
But for me, it was just this is classic Edge.
Yeah, it was good.
The Rated R Superstar is back.
Him and Randy did an amazing match. It was really good.
I like that emotion that he has before he puts Randy away.
He's crying. Yeah. It was almost like when Triple H kicks Ric Flair.
You mean Shawn Michaels?
I made that charge to him. Shawn Michaels. He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Kick.
And then he gives him a hug at the end, and Randy's knocked out. Pats his
head.
The
same thing, actually. Yeah. It was just on the network. Yep. And he has to kiss Ric Flair.
Yep. I
Randy Orton doesn't smile, so he doesn't lose his smile like HBK
This was a good match. I liked it.
It was a great match.
Just the fact that they were all over the arena.
You saw parts that we'll never see ever again, like their performance area, their workout area. They had hallways. They're on top of like a tractor thing. It was just there was so much, and Edge was so innovative on everything. Like one part he was like the pull-up bars. He's like I'm like, and he just like hopped over onto Randy.
This was just ruthless aggression era, all mixed in to what made the Edge a superstar to begin with. I keep saying the word superstar, so I guess I'm just gonna keep saying superstar.
Yeah, well, he's a Rated R Superstar.
Yeah,
and so it's cool. It's cool, but it was a good match. Once again, felt like a WrestleMania. If the crowd was there, everybody would have been like, holy shit, and everything else. It would have been a great match. It was a great match.
Roller coaster again. We go down to...
We get the whatever was left over of the Street Profits versus who should have been Andrade, but it was Austin Theory and Angel Garza.
Yeah.
It was okay. Like
Selena Vega comes in after the Street Profits win. Selena Vega comes in,
gets involved, and then
punches Montez Ford. Then Bianca Belair comes out, and
I love Bianca though, so I'm okay.
Yeah,
with
this
that.
match was.
I was kind of happy to see her, do her little bounce. So Street Profits win.
So that's why I think Belair's coming up, and Flair's going to NXT. Well, I shouldn't even say up, but I think Belair's taking Flair's spot.
So I think it's gonna do a little switcheroo there.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like the doors are just open back and forth now. But then we get into the Fatal 5-Way.
I like that.
Yeah, it started off. It started off a little bit rough. You weren't know what's gonna happen.
Once Tamina was gone, this match.
Yeah, the flow was better. Naomi, I love Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi should be in the title matches more often. I think that. But this was probably one of Bayley's best matches. I think it took me back to NXT Bayley when she's actually I don't know. I know she's a heel right now, but it just reminded me of why I am so much of a fan of hers.
Bayley's,
it was really good. Lacey Evans looked amazing. Looks like she's gonna be a future star.
That hit to Sasha.
Yeah, I'm glad she didn't get the belt though, because I think they could still build on her. Don't force feed her into the crowd yet. Just give her some time. This built into the Sasha and Bayley storyline still. So it was.
You really didn't know where it was gonna go for a second. You're but what I do have to say is that I found myself watching them and enjoying it and forgetting that there was no crowd. Yeah. So
they took you away from the fact that there was no crowd. I thought that they did a really good match.
They really did. And I always turn up for Naomi.
And a lot of story was being told in the ring too.
There was.
There was a moment where Naomi, Tamina, and Sasha are in there for Team Bad, and like it's just a lot of stuff was being told in the ring, and it was really good.
It was good. It was a good match. They delivered. It was another good feeling. There was better female matches tonight than there was.
Yeah.
And
then we go into the drug.
The drug and blues. Yeah, like you needed to be like, I should have hit something before I watched this, but
There's good storytelling for Bray though.
Bray is so good. Like the part, I'm not sure if I liked it or loved it or hated it, but I respect what Bray does though, because like it took you on a roller coaster, and the fact that like Cena was willing to like do all these weird things, and like it delivered a story about like like especially at the end when he defeats John. Yeah. Just an athlete that overthinks himself, overhypes himself. It kind of like played on to John Cena's personality, and I don't know if it's gonna mess with his psyche coming back, if they're gonna still play on this a little bit.
Well, it also clears the demons for Bray Wyatt. It kind of gives him a reset from being buried by Cena so many years ago. Yeah. It made me sad looking at this, in the fact that him and Matt Hardy were a tag team and they didn't do anything with them, and knowing that they could have done something like
crazy. Yeah. Like it was just there waiting to be brewed.
Instead, they got the B team.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
But I'm hoping that this is good things for Bray to come. I know he lost the belt against Goldberg, but forget about that now. I hope this is like a reset button for him and the Fiend. I like how Bray Wyatt is playing it as a different personality as the Fiend. Yeah. Because he was the ref during the match. Yeah. I think the way that the storyline was told here, it was a storyline of wrestling, of WWE, and of Cena, and Bray Wyatt. There was just so much going on.
There was shade. There was like, look at my friend, he's all buff because that's what you want. Yeah. You don't want people that look like Bray. Yeah.
And then Cena makes fun out of Husky Hog, and it was just
Huskus.
Yeah, it was really good. It was
just I know probably was like Big Man said this is some good shit. It's like it just and then the best part, still the whole damn moment, was Titus O'Neil. Just I don't even know what I watched, and like the way he said that. But it was like everybody's face felt like that. Like was
Yeah, because there was so much going on that you didn't know what to take at the moment. But just don't look at it as a wrestling match and look at it as a story. And it's basically Bray Wyatt taking out the demons of his past.
Yeah.
Everything that was stopping him, all the naysayers, McMahon not liking him because he was husky, and all this stuff that has plagued him through his career. This was kind of like him hitting the reset that he needed. Because I know we had the Fiend earlier, but this was a reset for Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
and
it was.
It was good.
It was good. It was good. Like, it's gonna be one of those things you're gonna remember because, I mean, the whole night's gonna be remembered. I mean, everything that's going on, but it was a chance for him to put on like a full length production of what he's really good at and in his element, and it showed. I mean, it really showed. He took a lot of careful, attention to what he wanted to say, to have the dialogue, to what like type of imagery, and it was cool. It was cool. It was, it definitely.
I mean, it was very Matt Hardy-esque.
Very, very. So for those who who talk crap about Vanguard being an AEW, you can't like this and not like the other because it's okay to like both companies. It really is, and it's okay to say when either company is lacking in something. That's the only way for you to give an honest opinion.
But
about something.
all the people that were talking crap about Jericho and Matt Hardy, just the last 2 weeks.
This is the last 2
nights. All of a sudden, loving the Boneyard and loving the Firefly Funhouse matches. Like, they're making it seem like this is like some innovative stuff that hasn't happened before.
No.
But yeah.
So Matt's been doing it for a while.
Don't be hypocritical.
Yeah.
If you like this kind of stuff, then you like Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
So just because Matt Hardy went to AEW doesn't mean anything. You have to hate him now.
He just this is where he wanted to go, and you have to sometimes respect that. I mean, just that's the way it is. But finally, we get into the last match, and it's Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar, and it was
just F5s and
Claymore kicks.
Claymore kicks. That's all the match was.
I'm sad because seeing where Drew came from.
Yeah.
He deserved the big pop.
WrestleMania moment.
He deserved it. He really did. He had a moment when he got the belt, and I'm just so mad. I'm so sick and tired of seeing Brock. I'm glad that Drew has it because you know what though? That guy's been there almost every single Raw or whatever brand he was in, he was there. He was there just as much as Roman was there. Like, if you don't like the guy, that's fine. But you can't say he's not a worker. He came back and he proved people wrong. Don't wash away the 3MB. Just you became better. And he deserved it.
Yeah, and I think even though it sucks that he didn't get to have a moment where a bunch of thousands of fans were cheering for him, when this whole quarantine is over and he comes out for the first time, there will be a huge pop for him.
The pop that's going to happen when people go back to being going back to these wrestling events, the first night.
Oh, it's going to be super loud. If you guys get tickets to the first Raw,
the first SmackDown, the first NXT, Dynamite, the first NXT, whatever's coming around your town, go support your indies. Go tell them that you still care and you still needed this.
Wrestling is going to remind us that we shouldn't take it for granted, and it's going to be amazing. And in spite of the matches that we didn't like, I appreciate everybody that
came out
and did what they did, and
everybody continued to perform over the last couple of days. Whatever brand you're on, whatever market you're on, everybody just stay safe and thank you. Thank you for putting this out there. And for those who put an above tier performance without that crowd, damn.
Yeah.
This is why you're the Monday Night Messiah. This is why you're KO Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? This is why you're Charlotte Flair. And Rhea Ripley, shit. Hats off to her. No crowd.
Bailey, don't let out Bailey.
I'm not letting out Bailey. I'm letting out the girls in that whole match. All those girls in that match did not need anybody. They were just delivering. They felt they were feeding up their energy, and they just delivered. Delivered. So it was.
So what was your favorite match of the whole 2 nights?
Charlotte and Rhea. I want to say it after that. I don't know. I really liked the Kevin Owens and Sats too. But I enjoyed the theatrical to the Boneyard and the Firefly Funhouse too.
So between the Boneyard and the Firefly Funhouse, which one did you enjoy most? So we don't put those with matches because they were theatrics.
Oh. Can I just I'm gonna be biased, which is horrible. AJ Styles flips his hair way too much, but I love the fact that every 5 seconds when he got thrown in the dirt, he flipped his hair. It was like an Herbal Essence commercial. And I don't know why I felt for the guy, even though I know it was a production, because John Cena and Bray were relatively clean and comfortable. But I feel like AJ Styles put a lot of effort into selling a lot of what Undertaker said. So if I had to go with one, I would go with Boneyard because he made Taker look cool again.
Okay.
So, but I know Bray's amazing. It was good. But if I had to pick one, I would pick Undertaker because it made me laugh. And if I would go back to being the kid I was that liked Undertaker, I would have enjoyed the hell out of that. And I respect AJ Styles for actually being the person that did that match because I don't know if anybody else could have sold that match the way AJ did. It was good. Favorite match? I probably am gonna pick Charlotte. I'm gonna pick the girls. I'm gonna pick the girls over the guys. Because everybody knows Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are great in the Indies. So I'm gonna pick the girls. Okay. Your favorite match?
My favorite match. It's gonna be Bobby Lashley. No, I know people are gonna give me crap for this, but I enjoyed the Bayley match.
You like Bayley's a girl though.
Yeah.
And you're theatrical. Boneyard.
Boneyard. Yeah. I mean, not to take away from Bray, but Boneyard had.
Yeah.
Well, actually, for the match, God, I want to say Edge too, but.
Jesus, I forgot about Edge.
I'm gonna give it to Bayley.
Can I pick a girls match and a guys match? Because then my guys match would be Edge. I'm a sucker for the guy. The thing is, though, I didn't really like him when I was growing up. I didn't. And then
you didn't like him because of the whole Lita thing that was going on.
I didn't. I was more of a Hardys girl. Oh God, I really like the Hardys, but I really love the Edge.
See, I liked Gangrel and Edge and Christian.
No, and I like vampires, and I got Gangrel. I got it. I don't know. There's something about stories when I feel somebody overcome something because it's so personal. Like I can't help but love him, and I wished I loved him more when he was at his prime. You know, so like I support everything Edge does now, and nobody can change that. I'm a bandwagon person with Edge right now, but it's whatever.
Yeah, and so
favorite girls match would have been Bayley's. Yeah. Favorite guys match would have been Edge. Right?
Yeah, I think, but
because Seth and Kevin were like probably the only other really.
Seth and Kevin was good too.
That was about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like Daniel Bryan had some good spots in his
Daniel
match.
Bryan, I hated the fact that all he was doing was just trying to get counted out.
Yeah, so like I think out of the actual real matches,
so
Edge was kind of like
Edge and Randy Orton for me.
Yeah.
And then
which is funny because none of them had belts.
Yeah. Well, I picked the Bayley one.
No, I meant the guys matches. Kevin Owens and.
Well, the championship matches for the guys were.
Yeah. They shouldn't have them as champions. The people who were champions shouldn't have been champions.
Goldberg can't go over 3 minutes.
No, and Brock can't do anything but F5 everybody. So if they would have had different champions, then the outcomes of those matches and how good they would have performed the other people, like if you would have put Braun, even against somebody else, even Drew against somebody else, it probably would have been a whole different match. I'm just kind of tired of them, so I'm really glad that those two new people have the belts. Yeah. Even Braun, even though I don't like him, but it's somebody different.
Yeah.
And so
this
hopefully
is Braun's
it works.
first time getting
a title, right?
Well, no.
Oh no, he had the Intercontinental.
He had the tag team title with.
And Intercontinental, he had Shinsuke's because then they switched that all up.
So WrestleMania was memorable because of the COVID, but there was a lot of fillers.
Yeah, there was a lot of dead space, but this is already going long, guys.
Yep.
We will be back with you guys to talk about some Dark Side of the Ring and Dynamite. Next week, you'll be seeing our DDP Yoga, new one coming up too. But stay safe, stay healthy, wash those damn hands. And thanks. Peace out.